the People's Channel, Britain's news channel.
Welcome back to GB News Sunday with me, Dawn Needham, on your telly, online and on digital radio. Now, sharing bad news with young children can be a very delicate task. Addressing what to say, how much to say, and how to break it to them gently can be absolutely mind-boggling. Our next guest today is the author of the book, The Monster in Mummy. I love that title. The book is about demonstrifying, if you like, cancer for youngsters. This lady's book has helped thousands to make the journey with her children easier. Now, Donya Youssef, the author of this book, and with the wonderful sentiment behind it, I love the title, has joined us. Donya, just tell me a little bit briefly about your personal history with cancer.
I was diagnosed in 2017, and it had spread from the breast to the lymph nodes. So they had to start the chemo straight away. I was BRCA2. I found out halfway through chemo. I had an 18-month-old baby and a 3-year-old little girl. And I was running a company, and it was full on. I did the chemo, and there was obviously complications throughout. I was pretty much in hospital every single round of chemo. I had to take the little ones out of nursery in the end because I was just picking up everything. I got through it, which was great news. It did come back in the bowel a couple of years after, and it came back. I got skin cancer just December, just gone, starting chemo again tomorrow. But being a BRCA carrier, there's a lot of cancer, unfortunately, in my family. But I think where I've obviously come from.
Could you just explain what a BRCA carrier is? It's a gene, isn't it, that means you're more disposed to develop a cancer, certainly breast cancer in particular. Yeah,
and ovarian cancer. Yeah. So they had to give me a hysterectomy when I was 39. So I went through the menopause and obviously can't have any more children, but I'm grateful I've got 2 beautiful girls. So it was a journey. I'd probably say to anybody else, just it's like a marathon, and life changes, and it's just all about keeping, a positive mindset, finding an outlet. My outlet was literally writing, and I literally just wrote this book in the chemo ward, and it was literally, I was struggling.
Hold it up. You can see it on screen there. This is Donya's book, The Monster in Mummy, Demonstrify Cancer for Children. But you actually wrote this while you were being
While I was in the chemo ward and running a company. Initially when I first got diagnosed, it was all very formal, and the consultant shook my hand and said, I'm sorry to say you have got cancer. So I was like, oh my goodness. And all I kept thinking of is my children. The little baby had to abruptly stop breastfeeding, which was a good thing. But it was a journey because I didn't feel poorly. And that was the scariest thing. Yeah. But I noticed my children, because they didn't understand at that age. The little one did develop separation anxiety, which I got a play therapist for. She's absolutely fine now. But it was just, Mummy was in hospital a lot.
So how do you? This is, for an adult, these are the words no one wants to hear ever, really. And obviously we're talking about this because what Catherine is going through now with 3 young children herself.
Yes.
So, as I said, I keep saying I love the title. How do you explain it? Catherine will have done this with her 3, who are all under the age of 10. How do you explain it to youngsters? How far do you go? How much information do you give them?
Well, that was it. I was really struggling because the little one obviously couldn't speak, but the behaviour was getting worse. Yeah. So I was struggling with the behaviour, and the eldest one did know what was going on.
How old were that time?
She was 3 going on 4.
Right, yeah.
And the little one was just turning 2. So I reached out to try and find some literature at the time, but I couldn't find that much. So I didn't even intend to write a book. I just wanted to get like a little diary. But then when I went on all these other Facebook groups, there was a lot younger mothers than me. were really struggling. So I thought, okay, I've got to bring something to the table to help others because I hate seeing anyone else suffer. And I thought, okay, I'll write this down. And then when I got put into remission, I was like, I've got to help, because I've got all the information from the little ones on how I could bring something positive to the table. So it's finding an outlet. And actually, I was very honest with my children, because adults, the word cancer, it's like,
it's one of the scariest words you can hear.
Children haven't got a clue. They don't know what it is. So, I mean, it was like, Mummy's got to go into hospital, have some very strong medicine, which might, my hair will go.
Because that's scary for little ones as well, isn't it? When mummy suddenly looks different and maybe, puffy with steroids and things.
I put on 3 stones, so I was thinking I was going to lose weight. I mean, I ballooned. My little one actually loved my bald head, and she used to stroke it like a soother. So that was a positive. The eldest one was a little bit scared. But there's wigs and there's scarves, and actually it doesn't need to be all doom and gloom. So when I got diagnosed back again the second time, it was fine. And my children are absolutely fine, because I was very, very honest with them. I found, literally, do not hide anything from them, because they're little people.
And that, unfortunately, we're running out of time, Donya. Would that be your advice to Catherine and William, to be as honest as they can with the children?
100%, and we're all behind you. It's not as scary initially as the first diagnosis. That is the worst part, the first initial diagnosis. After that, kids are so adaptable, and we're sending all our love out to Kate and the family.
Of course we are. Donya Youssef, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. And Donya's book is The Monster in Mummy, which is available on sale now.
Yeah, it's available on Amazon.
Thank you so much, and huge amounts of good luck with your treatment tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Donya. Now, okay, we move on. I'm Dawn Neeson. This is GB News Sunday, and very shortly we'll be discussing whether we should feel proud to be English in the wake of the Nike shirts